Behind the celebration of Indian independence, there lies a tremendously violent and chaotic history of intense rebellions, battles, and movements carried out by thousands of zealous Indian freedom fighters. One of the major milestones in the freedom struggle of our nation was the Quit India movement, which lasted from the year 1942 till 1945. Launched by the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji, this movement saw public participation like none other movement which had taken place in our country till that point of time. The entire nation of India echoed with the cries of Karenge ya Marenge, which means do or die, as the last large scale movement before India was granted independence from the British. This movement surely served as an important stepping stone to the success as well as acted as a catalyst for the same. Several important events which had been happening in India in the late 1930s had already ignited the initial sparks for a nationwide movement. The most important of these events was the Cripps mission. Cripps mission was a mission which was sent to India in the year 1942, headed by Sir Stanford Cripps along with two other members. The aim of the commission was to receive complete support and cooperation of the Indians in the Second World War, which the Indian leaders were skeptical to offer earlier. In exchange for the same, the mission guaranteed self-governmental rights to the Indian citizens immediately after the termination of the World War II. However, the Cripps mission was a major failure and it further aggravated the Indians
Nurtured
who
by
were
the Gandhian
already
philosophy of
discontent with
non-violence,
the British
peace
action
was a passion
in the
with the
country.
Indian National Congress.
And
Therefore,
also regarding
even when
the
the
issue
Western powers
about
were
India's
following the policy of
participation in the
appeasement,
World War.
Mahatma Gandhi had written to Hitler, the
The
one
demand for
man who
India's
could prevent a
independence
war
was
and
becoming
save
more
humanity.
prominent outside India
Must you
as
pay
well,
this price for an
owing
object,
to the changing
however
parties
worthy it
in
may
the
appear to you?
British Parliament
Will you listen to
as
the
well
appeal
as
of one who
certain
has deliberately
revolutionary
shunned the method
activities
of war?
which were being conducted outside the nation
Hitler
Netaji,
embarked on
Subhash
his
Chandra Bose
misadventure
and
in
others.
September 1939, which
The
to
immediate
cost
reason
over
for the
30 million
Quit
lives.
India movement to be launched was a complete rejection by the British government of the 11 points put forward by Gandhiji. The movement began from the call for
India
complete
had been
civil
dragged into the war
disobedience
without
made
consulting
at
its
the
people.
All India Conference of Congress on 14th
The
July
Congress Working
1940.
Committee met at Wardha on the 14th of
Although
September
this
to
decision
discuss the
did
grave
not
crisis.
get complete support from all the leaders, it
The
was still
Congress
decided
issued a
to be
manifesto
executed.
condemning the
And
fascist
so,
aggression of
the
Poland
Quit India
and said,
movement
"A
started
free
from the
democratic
8th of
India
August
will gladly
1940.
associate herself with the free nations
Just
for
immediately
mutual
after the
defense
launch of the
against the
movement,
aggression.
all the
If
important
war is to
Congress
defend
leaders
the
were
imperialist
immediately
interests,
arrested by
then
the
India
police.
can have nothing to
It
do
was a
with it."
calculated move by the
The
British
Congress condemned the
and was
Viceroy's
aimed
declaration of
at
India as a
depriving
belligerent
the
country
movement of
without
any
any
strong
reference to
leadership.
her people.
It must be mentioned here
The
that
Congress
this move
declared,
did
"Nothing
succeed,
short of complete independence can be
but
accepted by the people of
the
India.
youth of the country
They alone
soon
can
took
properly
things
shape their
in
own
their hands
constitution and
and
determine
led the
their
movement
relations
from
with the other
front.
countries of the world."
One of the most important leaders of this
Jawaharlal
movement
Nehru
was
said
Khan
that
Abdul
India can
Ghaffar
take the
Khan
full share of the
from the
responsibility of
northwestern
fighting against
frontier
fascism
provinces.
if immediate
He
independence
was
is
also
granted.
called Frontier Gandhi. The women participation
The
in this
threat of the
movement
invasion of
was
India
indeed
was growing.
noteworthy.
A savage war was being fought
The
along
main
India's
reason for
eastern
the decline
frontiers.
of the movement was
Kohima
the
and
violent
Imphal were soon to
turn
become
it
fields
had
of
taken.
grim battle.
However, this
The Congress was
movement made the
agreeable to the
British
stationing of the
realize that the
Allied armed
Indians
forces in
could
India
not be
for the duration
suppressed
of the
for a
war,
very long
but
time
demanded the
anymore,
immediate withdrawal
and there
of
was
British
an
rule.
urgent need for
The Congress
granting of
declared
Indian
that it would be
independence.
reluctantly compelled to launch a
The India
non-cooperation
movement
movement
was also
to
brought
vindicate her
into
political rights
global
and
attention
liberties.
by the media, and therefore there was a considerable amount of pressure on the British government from other influential nations as well as to grant the independence to India. Lastly, it can be thus said that Quit India movement was indeed a legendary movement organized and executed by the Indians